This episode is presented by Shaw. This month sees Europe's elite start to battle it out to become the best of the best. There's so much pressure at this level and you can't be distracted for 1 single second. It's so important that you keep fresh and focused, which is why it's good to have Shaw's non-stop protection range of antiperspirants to hand. 72-hour non-stop sweat and odour protection that'll keep you fresh and dry on and off the pitch. Shop now at Boots. Shaw, it won't let you down. Hello everybody, welcome to the Football Fill-In. I am looking forward to today's show. Do you know why?
VAR, Ben.
VAR. I've got a filthy rant, Watto. I've got a filthy rant.
Mate, I think we could do the whole hour of this show and away we go.
Okay.
Take us away, Ben.
First of all, it ruined the weekend of sport for me. Genuinely, it ruined the weekend of sport. We've got some fantastic games and...
You said you kicked the TV.
I kicked the TV. I was fuming, right? And it all started...
I'm glad you got your woolly slippers on.
It all started... I didn't. I was barefooted. Obviously, I'm a sweaty man, aren't I? It all started early on Saturday. So, Chelsea-Fulham, and I thought Fulham are a good team, by the way. Fulham are a really good team. Like Marco Silva, I've got a lot of time for him. After the game, he spoke so well, so calm and composed, and I was expecting him to really lose.
Was he better than Emery?
He was incredible, mate. Honestly, I felt so bad for him as well. But Fulham are playing brilliantly. It's a good game, actually. It really is. And then they score their goal. Young Josh King, what a moment for him. Fantastic finish as well. And I'm watching it and I think, right, hold on. If they choose to chalk this off because of a foul, because of somebody inadvertently placed their foot, after they've won the ball, by the way, he's already won the ball with an unreal bit of skill, dragged it away from Chalobah, but he's got to plant his foot somewhere, and he's put it on top of Chalobah's foot, right? It's not a foul for me. It's definitely not a foul. And I thought, if they pull it back for this, then VAR is a massive problem because they can decide what they want to do with that. They can. And the fact that they've looked at it and decided that way worries me. Because if in the game he'd have gone, that's a foul straight away, I can live with that. It's human error. It is what it is, right?
What is it? There's meant to be a high bar required for intervention.
A high bar. This is the lowest of low bars. Even to the point where we wake up today and the PGMOL or whoever else it is has said, we're really sorry, we made a mistake. Somebody took 5 minutes looking over
But that's where you need somebody at that Stockley Park who's played football or who's just got an ounce of common sense about football.
It's common sense.
That is an unbelievable piece of skill. And when you do that skill, you have to plant your opposite foot. You can't do it mid-air. Your foot's got to go somewhere. And it is never in a million years a foul. He's already done the skill and laid the ball off and he had to plant his foot.
So what's the point of VAR? Do you know what I mean? What is the point of VAR, right? If you're going to spend 5 minutes looking at it and still get the wrong decision. And the bit that worries me is that somebody has gone, yeah, I think that's a foul, just have a look at it. And then the referee, who is a proper, fully fledged referee, it's his profession, it's his job, has looked at it and gone, it's a foul.
It's absolutely diabolical. And what worries me is that Anthony Robinson, Jedi, has come out on Instagram, we'll put it up on the screen, and basically said the refereeing standard, it's not good enough, basically. My worry is that he's going to get pinged for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He'll probably get in trouble for that.
He'll get done for that. And he might even get a ban, and he's spot on. But my real worry is that they call the ref to the screen, and if that's what they believe, that's what they believe. But he's in that environment, and he knows they ain't a foul there. No Chelsea players complain.
Because he's let the play go on. He's gone, this is cool, this is cool, goal.
But why can't he go to the screen and say, lads, thanks for getting me here, but that is an unbelievable goal. Piece of skill.
Do you know what Joe Cole said after the game? And I thought he was really good with that, actually. He said, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? And as soon as he said it, I thought, I like that. Do you know what? Because that's a perfect analogy of what VAR, or what they're trying to implement with VAR, actually worth it. Is it adding to the game? And it's not. It's not adding to the game whatsoever. Because
it's never going back now, though.
They have to go back.
It's never going back.
They have to go back, Tom, because it's taking too long to do it, and it's really annoying people now.
We said at the start, though, Ben, we said, like, do you remember when it first came in? Everything we were saying, football's too intricate, versus the NFL. Tennis,
there's too many
rugby
opinions.
union.
There's too many opinions.
No, the game itself is too quick, too intricate, and too many moving parts. There's not, you think the ball could potentially be in play in football for minutes and minutes and minutes. That doesn't happen in tennis, doesn't happen in rugby union.
The Man Utd game finished about 15 minutes after everybody else on Saturday afternoon. Yeah. After the 3 p.m. kickoffs, it was about 15 minutes after everybody else. Because they took 8 minutes to get the penalty sorted.
Is it 8 minutes?
But it's nonsense, isn't it? Like, the automated stuff is pretty clear now, whether you like it or not. when it's a millimetre.
I don't mind that.
And it's pretty quick, and away we go. But I agree with you. There's so many moving parts in football, and if you show a slow image or a still image, everything is a foul.
Well, look at the other one in that game, wasn't it? Where was it the João Pedro handball?
It was the penalty before the handball push.
Five moments. So in one phase of play, you've got 4 decisions.
What worries me is, though, that any one of them, if they wanted to justify it, could have been the foul or could have been the penalty or could have been the... Any one of them, if they wanted to, they could choose that one to pick and could go, this is why we've picked it.
To be fair, I think they got all of them right.
So, no,
but
I still don't. I disagree, because you could have picked any of them. And if they wanted to justify it, they could have justified it. But they decided to pick that one, which led to a penalty for Chelsea. So
consistency.
So they could justify anyone they wanted to if they really wanted to. I think the lettering of the law is so vague and it's so open to interpretation. It gives them leeway to choose which decisions they want to make. And that's the bit that worries me. It really does worry me.
I thought they got the decision right, because I thought there were minuscule things that they could have brought it up on. But the actual decision to let it eventually go, and then it's definite handball, there's no question about that. But they could have pulled it back, but it would have been really soft and harsh, like they should have gone back, looked at the other one and said, no.
Marco Silva at full time, honestly, I thought he was going to bite somebody's head off, right? But he didn't. He was brilliant. They interviewed him on TNT Sports, and I thought the interviewer, actually, I can't remember her name, but she was fantastic. She asked all the questions I wanted to know. I wanted to know the answers, and she kept asking him what can be done. And Marco Silva answered them perfectly, and you could see he was so hurt. It hurt him so bad, it really did, that his team had put on this, especially first half, fantastic performance from Fulham, right? But when those things occur in that first half, it kills you. It takes that wind out your sail. And I think that's the beauty of football, is that anybody can win on any given day, right? I don't mind if teams win because they're better than everybody else, right? But when it's an even game, this is where you get the underdogs coming through with a goal in the last minute, or a goal from this, or an 18-year-old kid scores his first goal for the club. That's the beauty of football. And what this is doing is sucking those beautiful moments away from us.
But what's that done in that game is that you've played at Chelsea, right? And as a away team, you don't get too many opportunities.
Exactly,
they're a great team. You take that moment and it's 1-0 to Fulham, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, 1-0 up, the whole atmosphere of that stadium and everything else changes, and it really plays into Fulham's hand, because if they get the first goal, they're a transitional team, he set them up perfect, and away you go. And I would have been really surprised if that goal would have stood, if Chelsea would have beat them.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Poor Josh King. So our thoughts go out to you today, mate, because I'm sure there's plenty more goals to come, but what a time to get it as well. In that derby, on television. It was a beautiful goal as well, beautiful finish.
In the end, it set Chelsea up lovely, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, your old mate João's now got 5 in 6, including like Club World Cup.
Mate, he's the real deal. Do you see how aggressive he is with certain moments where he
looks a strong bugger
gets
to
that
me.
little bite, to really run after stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I've got no skin in the game, by the way. I'm not a Chelsea fan, not a Fulham fan. I just want to see it done properly, and I don't mind what happens from that point onwards, as long as it's done properly. But yeah, I agree. Watching João, he's just a handful, a real handful, and he's got. We always saw it at Watford, was that raw aggression.
Yeah,
and he's still showing it now, and I love it.
Do you know what? He's one of these players that's got the right knack of when a ball comes in, a corner comes in. Yeah. He's got the right knack of being underneath the ball when it lands. Like, that sounds such an obvious thing to say, and he's not a big bloke, is he?
He's not, no.
And
he can jump though, mate.
Yeah, but he's an aggressive jumper.
He wants to attack it and he wants to head it properly as well. He's not worried about getting a header and somebody heading his head at the same time. So yeah, at the end of the day, Chelsea are absolutely flying, but I'd say they're quite lucky to be there.
What about Liam Delap? Obviously pulled up with a hammy. Nicolas Jackson, he's out in Munich. He's having a nice bit of pork knuckle with his agent.
Laugh, lads, honestly,
he's just agreed it. He's flying.
Oh, mate, honestly.
And then it's, hey lad, come back.
But I'll tell you one thing, he's spewing, isn't he, Jackson? But I'll tell you who's more spewing, that agent. He didn't want him to come back. He was fighting everything to keep that plane on the tarmac in Munich, I'm telling you, because he's lost out big time there. You know what I mean? Absolutely massive time. I mean, it's the one thing that they didn't want to happen, innit?
Do you know what? I bet you Nicolas Jackson, whilst he's flying over there, whilst he's landing, I bet you he's keeping one eye on the game. I guarantee you.
You've got to be,
because he knows that if somebody does pull up with an injury, then there's a possibility. And the fact that it was such a big injury and it is Liam Delap, it's like, oh, brilliant.
The irony is Chelsea have got 500 players as well.
I felt for him a little bit, to be honest with you, because I think it obviously hasn't worked for Nicolas Jackson at Chelsea. I think this would have been an unbelievable opportunity. What a chance, by the way. It's Bayern Munich.
You say it hasn't worked. It kind of has.
Yeah, he scored a lot of goals, but I just think the eye test is the bit, and I think he's gotten to the point where he's getting ridiculed by fans and probably his own fans as well, where I think a clean break was probably the thing for him, wasn't it, really?
I think if he'd have gone to Munich, that would have been they'd have a proper team for the Champions League this year.
As well, yeah, wouldn't they just? Right, should we talk about the big game of the weekend, the supposed big game?
Did you mean Leicester-Birmingham Friday night?
No,
I was unfortunate enough to go and watch. Birmingham never had a kick.
They're all right though, Birmingham. Yeah, they'll be all right this season.
It's a good start, but they dominate the ball, but they don't look like
nothing
really
there.
Goal.
Big win for our boys, Wrexham. Massive win for Wrexham, weren't it?
Yeah,
needed that.
Yeah, that's got them up and running now.
Up and running now. Big Kiefer Moore on song.
Yeah, Lewis O'Brien as well. He's a player.
Player. Right, let's bring it back. Premier League.
Yeah,
right?
sorry. Premier League.
Liverpool, Arsenal.
What did you make of the game?
Yeah, it was okay.
That's polite.
It was okay.
Can I just have a mini rant?
Go on.
Right, I was like, right, I've got all afternoon here. I'm going to watch the City game, then I'm going to watch the Liverpool game. I watched both of them. Didn't have my phone, and honestly, I was bored.
Yeah,
I was bored all afternoon.
I disagreed with, I don't know if you saw it, a couple of the commentators, I think it was Peter Schmeichel as well, said that the style of football Arsenal play is a bit negative and it's a bit this, and they're just basically biding time, waiting for a set play. I disagreed with it because I thought Arsenal were probably the better team for the first half at least.
Certainly first half.
Yeah, for at least the first half. But when you're away at Anfield and you ain't got Saka and you haven't got Odegaard, I just think it's asking a lot to expect them to go full bore and flying, attacking football. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be a little bit functional.
Why didn't he play Eze? Why didn't he play Eze?
I know, that's the one thing for me, I think, and he probably could have brought him on a bit earlier as well when Arsenal had a bit more...
Well, he's a proper game changer.
Yeah, a bit more of that. But yeah, it was a good game. It was okay. It was okay.
I think it's a typical Premier League game of football when the two teams, really good teams, come up against each other, and it's game of chess. Yeah. Very few moments within it because the quality's there, in and out of possession, and they kind of cancelled each other out a lot of the time.
Let's talk about the one moment of real quality, okay? Dominik Szoboszlai, free kick, 34 yards from goal.
It's a long way from goal.
Posting in.
Yep.
Give me your goalkeeper expert analysis. So Watto, let me just break it down for anybody that don't know. Watto, goalkeeper coach, esteemed goalkeeper coach, England, one of the best I've worked with. Analysis-wise, technical, every little bit of it, one of the best I've worked with.
So what you're saying is, comments, listen to the bloke, he knows what he's on about.
He knows what he's talking about.
So if I get dogs abuse in the comments, you know what I mean?
What the fuck
which I normally do.
Then I'd say I disagree with you because I actually trust every word he says. Yeah. There's quite a lot of goalkeepers that do as well, to be honest with you. So what do you make of the whole goal from David Raya's perspective?
I think... And we have this debate when I was coaching you, and I've had it a lot of times. Ultimately, if you have the ball in open play in that situation, and Szoboszlai's, obviously the ball's moving, but he's at the point of impact just at that point, obviously you wouldn't have a wall, and his positioning would be slightly different. In the end, he obviously starts really wide because he's trying to see the ball. I actually don't think that's a good look for him to start with because it just sets Szoboszlai's eyes up thinking...
He sees that big target.
That's a real big area for me. Yeah. But he's probably going to go that side anyway. But the wall from that distance has no impact, to be honest with you, because good players in that space can get it up and down. So all it does for the goalie is take your eye off the ball for a moment. But as he's running up, Raya obviously takes up a real good position and he gets two big contacts in. But two big contacts for him and the drive, and he is explosive, but he's just not quite at full extension with his arm, and I think he'll be really disappointed that beats him. Because from 32, 34 yards, he's got to, in open play, that would never be.
Does the explosiveness cancel out that he's not a 6'4" goalie? Because I said to my lad yesterday, we were watching it, and I said, I think a bigger goalie saves that.
Well, we were in the chat, weren't we? And Ben put, good talking point for tomorrow, and I just put straight away, you save it. Because if he has two contacts like that and has the same drive,
goalkeepers are made
he saves it.
Goalkeepers are made up of different attributes and abilities. And if you were building your perfect goalkeeper, everybody would have 100 out of 100.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They'd have all those... but it doesn't work like that. You'll have goalkeepers who are 6'4", 6'5", who don't have the abilities with their feet to get it moving, get it firing, and be able to push off all in that split seconds. David Raya has got that. He might not have the height of some of the goalkeepers, but his feet more than make up for it. One of the quickest in the world, you'd say, with his feet.
I would say really.
Some of the saves we've highlighted over the previous years of him, double saves, making the save, getting back up, and then reacting and then making the save. He's about as fast as you'll get. I think if he was a couple centimetres taller, he makes the save. However, I think a taller goalkeeper doesn't even get over that side because they haven't got the quick feet that David Raya is. He's almost a victim of his own quick feet, that he gets himself into the position to make it, but then just doesn't fully execute.
Is that why his starting position is maybe slightly... You said he needs to see the ball and he's slightly wider, but is also he kind of doubles down on his nimbleness and speed as well?
Mate, I think when you look at him and that goes in, and he obviously is at the post, he cannot believe he's got beat from there because he's miles out of position, but on contact, he's virtually perfect. Yeah. Now, most goalies, because they're not quick enough, would try and get a crossover and then somehow try and go. But he actually gets two proper movements, boom, and drive. Two contacts. And that's where his physicality, which is not his fault, costs him, because any other goalie would have had 1, 2, bang, just the extra extension that have got it. But he still can't believe he's got beat because he's got two quick contacts.
I love David Raya, one of the best goalkeepers in the world for me, for sure. I would love to have him here today and pick his brain and chat through it and say, are you disappointed? And I agree with what I think he would say. I'm disappointed. He did everything to get in there to make the save, apart from that. So what's... And it's almost a tilt of the head. Genuinely,
you just got to go, haven't you?
It's a tilt of the head, and you are hyperextending that right arm.
You've got to be behind you, haven't you? Because to get that extra bit, you've just got to get in there.
Is there an argument to say that, obviously with the wall being there and he's taken to look, that one, can he start further across, and then you've got the risk of seeing it come late, potentially, or... Like your point earlier on, Motto, at what stage are we going to see football and goalkeepers say, I don't want a wall, lads?
I think you still need 1 or 2. You can have a two-man wall.
That's where I think...
You can have a two-man wall.
And then that obviously cuts down the range.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it a bit.
I think the third man in the wall killed him.
Is not needed.
Because
from that distance,
it's irrelevant, really. But look, if he hits a thunderbolt and it's going to wobble, if it hits the wall, it's done its job.
Yeah.
But the third man just put him in a position where he probably didn't want to be, and that's what I said at the start. In open play, without that third man or whatever, he wouldn't have been there. And it's just a little
will that be a big chat with the GK department this morning?
Yes. Yeah. So I think in future... He'll say, I'm not having 3 men in that wall anymore, I'm having 2. You had the 2 Liverpool players trying to do a bit
But they went out of the way, didn't they? They'd gone.
I wouldn't even pay too much attention.
I wouldn't worry about that.
It's the 3 men in the wall, you'd cut that down to 2, just so you can get a little bit more of a view of it. Definitely don't start that far over to start with. The only reason why we're saying it is because he is of world-class ability enough to actually make the save, and there's not many goalies in the world that are of that ability to be able to make the save. The fact we're nitpicking is because we know he's in that tiny percent. Yeah. He's in that
Well,
tiny
you guys
10%.
have done work with him in the past, haven't you? So you'll know a little bit about his mentality. And that's why I think, because he's actually really probably outshone what I thought he were capable of, I think because he's now got that mentality, in the privacy of the debrief room, he would be really honest.
Do you know there's other goalies can make that save that aren't of the ability of David Raya. The only way you can make that save is if you start fairly centrally, but you guess. Yeah. If you guess early doors, and you're already headed that way, you've already got that first contact in before the ball's even struck. So that allows you that will make you the save. And the tiny 0.0% of the goalies who are able to take that guess, because it's an educated guess, very educated guess, of going, I know for a fact you're putting this to my right here. So that's why he's take the educated guess. There's other goalies that would take that guess and he puts it back across them and it makes you look an absolute dickhead. But I would rather be where Raya is, that doesn't guess, and he is waiting because he knows and he can trust how quick his feet are to get over to it.
Love that chat. We can't move on from it without saying it's a great strike.
Oh, what a strike!
Look, for everybody else, you know, it's all them things that you talk about. For the Liverpool perspective, it's an amazing goal. And even for probably 99% of the Arsenal stuff, this is what we're talking is the finer detail to try and be the very best of the best.
Oh, the top of the top. The cream
and I still believe he thinks he should get it.
I just can't take my eyes off his handsome long hair. And
yeah, he's great, isn't he?
He's a specimen.
He's great. I think going back to the game, though, quickly, it was... I think Liverpool have found this really fantastic way of winning, because every game I've watched them play this season so far, I'm thinking, well, you're not going to win this. Well, you're not going to win this. They win and they win and they win.
Yeah.
They've done it 3 times so far. But I just get this feeling they have this self-belief and this mentality, because when you've got leaders like Van Dijk and Mo Salah and even Alisson in goal, I just think it gives you this, it exudes this confidence. So when you get into the final minutes of the games, these are the ones that turn it on, and other teams go, oh shit, we know Liverpool are going to turn it on.
If they could just finish the jigsaw with a 130 million quid Swedish striker,
I think they'll be all right, won't they?
Mate, what do you make of this?
Mate.
Well, I'll tell you what, the rest of the league will be like petrified if he gets in the building. I mean,
we're filming, by the way, just for, because this is going to be out later tonight. Obviously,
deadline.
We film this. It's 9:30 on Monday morning.
Transfer deadline day, Monday morning. By all accounts, he's on his way to Liverpool to do the medical.
Done, yeah.
It's an unreal signing. It is an unreal signing.
Unreal signing, yeah. And obviously, Konate went off yesterday. Imagine if they will come on to Villa and Palace, but imagine if they take Gay as well.
Oh my God!
I mean, you could virtually stop it. To be honest,
that's
how good they're going to be.
The way that the season's gone already, this is a massive win for Liverpool. By the way, I was watching it. I said to my son Louis, who's an Arsenal fan, I said, Arsenal could nick this. You know, Arsenal could genuinely nick this. If they nick this, it's a massive win. What a statement! It's massive. But Liverpool nicked it, and then Liverpool go top 3 out of 3, and City have just lost. Tottenham have just lost. And I'm thinking,
yeah, like
surely,
Isak, that is, and Gay as well. I just, you watch Konate sometimes, and you do.
He played really well.
But when you watch him, do you know what it is for me? Is when you watch him and he's got the ball at his feet, you kind of. If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd probably be like, just. And when they're in possession, they seem to like split as like they go to like a 3, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's when they're in that formation, I kind of think, ooh.
Well, this is why they want Gay, because Gay can do all of that. Gay's big, strong, physical, gets in the box,
scores
unreal goal, defends really well. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet.
But like, because he's getting into the last year of his contract, it's nothing, this deal.
Yeah.
Well, they reckon that you can get him out for 35. I mean, Glasner obviously post-game at Villa, no, we're staying, obviously, we're moving forward, we can't let him go. But it's a business football as well. We can't let him go for free.
The only reason I have a doubt with the Gay deal is the fact that he played yesterday. That's the only reason why I don't think he will go, because I think if it was so set in stone that he was going, they wouldn't have risked him yesterday. They wouldn't have risked it, and he wouldn't have risked it either.
Yeah, I mean, the post-match when he kind of said about, you know what, the future. He was like having a reasonable interview, but he really forced that little bit in, where he said, oh, you don't know what the future holds. You kind of go, But then you can tell he's a good guy, because you can tell there was some kind of conversation with his agent or something. I've gone, listen, if you do post-match, say this or that. But you can tell that he's a lovely bloke, because he's kind of gone, you never know what the future holds. And then 1 minute later he goes, it's an absolute pleasure to play for this football club. And you kind of go, he's not built for that kind of
I'd love
shenanigans.
To know when England are meeting up, because for some of these lads meeting up today, they'll not want to be at St George's Park. Agents will be telling them, look, we'll roll up to St George's Park post 7 o'clock and let's see what.
Is there going to be a little like Premier Inn down the road from St George's Park that's just full of agents?
Mate, I tell you what, there'll be a private hospital somewhere that's going to be absolutely cashing checks today, though. I promise you that.
The hospital near Burton is going to be busy today.
It will be, won't it? They'll be hiring extra MRI machines and all sorts today. I promise you.
And what about so you've got Isak over to Liverpool, and then you've got Wissa, who's not playing for Brentford,
wants to go to Newcastle.
Yeah, and then if you're a Newcastle fan, I've heard people going, oh, if you're Liverpool and Isak's taking that stance, do you really want him? And then you've got Wissa inbound, pretty much doing the same thing. Right, so is this the point that, really honestly, club don't care, because they're getting what they want.
Yeah.
They're getting the move to their club, so they'll behave appropriately.
Everything will be rosy once that contract.
Until they want to move again. And then it'll be fun and games. But at this point, Do they care?
No, but like, mate, the difference is, and it's not being disrespectful to Wissa or Brentford, it's exactly the same story.
Yeah.
But it's conducted in a totally different manner because the club and the profiling is not as big as Isak and Newcastle. But ultimately, Isak's going to now go to Liverpool, right, after all that fluff, and Wissa could well end up at Newcastle. And if I were Brentford, I would be really concerned because ultimately they got beat first day at Forest, poor performance. Actually deserved to beat Villa, but we'll come to Villa. They look like they're going to really struggle this year.
Yeah.
So it's not the win you think it is because of Villa's troubles. And then they go down 2-1 at Sunderland and they're going to lose Wissa. Like, you're still thinking, oh my God.
They need to do some serious deals today. Some business needs to be coming into Brentford today because
and they've got
by all accounts, Wissa's going, so they're going to have to replace it, which is going to be tough. I like the new signing for Newcastle, though, by the way, Nick Woltemade.
6'6". So they tried to get... Oh, this was another one. Strand Larsen at Wolves, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know, but last year he was on loan from Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
So we only actually signed him permanently
In the summer.
about a month ago for 22 million quid.
Yeah.
Right.
So he signed, right? Then he was, I want to move to Newcastle.
Unbelievable.
Like a month later.
Unbelievable.
But did you see him, like, when the game were on, he's in the... I'm assuming it's his girlfriend, he's just on the phone laughing and joking.
Yeah.
It's not a good look if you're a Wolves fan, is it? When you're, not playing, and I know he had an injury and whatever, but, like, you've got to try and be serious at the game, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, my God.
What are you saying? You're talking about Garnacho sitting at the Stamford Bridge?
I sent you a picture yesterday.
Just plotting away on his phone. Like, honestly, I remember if ever you weren't playing, right, and you're watching the game, you make sure that you are eyes on the game and you watch the game and you are not seen messing about on your phone or whatever like that. Be professional.
Is it just old-fashioned and old school to say, as a football fan, I want to see... was it official?
Yes,
at this
he's
point.
at the game.
Right, yeah. But what I'm saying
he
is
knows he's at the game,
okay then. So is it just old school to go, I'd love to see him in a club suit. Just do something that doesn't make you look like you're massive time.
Big Nick Woltemade for Newcastle. He's there. He's got a big smile on his face. He's got his Newcastle tie.
Yeah.
He looks I'm thinking, mate, that's the kind of player I want.
And he's watching the game, though, isn't he?
And he's watching
the game properly.
He did have a tie on, didn't he?
Yeah, Newcastle tie on. I watched him in the summer. He played against the under-21s England in the final for Germany. Mate, he was brilliant. Handful, mate. Horrible handful.
And Eddie's saying he's got a unique... skill set. I like that.
I know. I like him.
Mate, when you've seen the clips, and obviously I'd not seen too much of him. I saw him obviously for Germany in the summer, the same. But like he's silky on the ball.
Yeah.
Very silky on the ball for the size.
Even that German mentality, you know what it's like. You work with German players. The German mentality is they are hard workers, mate. They're winners as well. They want to win. They want to do whatever it takes.
He's going to be a good signing. You're still going to find it hard to replace Isak. But if they get Wissa in as well, they'll have a good front line.
Should we have a bit of goalkeeper talk, lads? Because the merry-go-round is well and truly swinging around right now, isn't it?
Deadline day as well.
Deadline day, so big Fabrizio Romano very rarely misses the spot. Very rarely. Fabrom. He's just announced that Gigi Donnarumma has signed or is about to sign imminently for Man City, which... boggles my head and hurts my head and makes me a little bit sad for James Trafford.
Absolutely devastated. I mean, he played really well yesterday.
Yeah.
Without him in the goals, instead of being a 2-1 defeat late on, they could have got beat 3 or 4. That's the difference. I know Haaland did miss a couple of chances, but going back to the goalkeeping, for him to go back to City and 3 weeks later, basically, Donnarumma
he's screwed.
He's in big,
he ain't going to
trouble.
put Donnarumma is not sitting on that bench, right? No. And Trafford's just signed there, re-signed. He's not going on loan. He's obviously not going anywhere. No. He's going to be sat on the bench all season.
He's going to be cup goalkeeper by the looks of it.
My only hope for him, and I'm going to put this out there, so come 7 o'clock, I'll be either a genius or a muppet. I'll probably be a muppet when I'm
both.
Let's roll with it. If he signs, I don't want Ederson to go. And if Emi goes to Man United, which is up there now and looks 100% likely, I want Trafford to go to Villa because I think he's just got to get out and play.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's got to do something, mate.
Villa
need a goalie.
He'll take us to there, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what, right?
Honestly, today will be bonkers in the goalies
Thankfully,
world.
this needs a big lot of a time attributing to it. And thankfully today, we're doing a podcast later today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Down in London with Graham Stack, it's going to be the state of goalkeeping in the Premier League. And we're going to go through all of this because by the time we record it later on today, the transfer window will have just about closed as well. So we'll know, set in stone, who plays for who and where the merry-go-round has stopped and where every other goalkeeper's got off. So first of all, let's go for Emi Martinez. We'll come back to Donnarumma and Trafford and what might possibly happen there. Emi Martinez, Aston Villa to Manchester United. Phenomenal signing. Villa are going to struggle this year. I'm going to put it out there. I said this end of last season. I said, I don't think Villa are very far away from, if they lose Emi Martinez or if they lose the manager, it's a massive problem for them. Not only have they done that, they've lost one of their young strikers as well. I think Emi Martinez leaving is going to really, really derail that football club. I really do.
I mean, there's signs, isn't there? Like, he's an unbelievable manager, Unai Emery, but that post-match press conference was odd. Wasn't it, Watto?
Yeah, I found it really
He's
odd.
not happy.
He's not happy. You could see
bit.
watching the game yesterday, his face, obviously, look, I think Palace are the real deal. I saw him play against Villa in the FA Cup and absolutely demolished them. The set-up to play, Mateta up front, we've spoke about Gay. Wharton, unfortunately, got back in the England squad, had to come off.
Yeah.
But there's some real talent throughout the team there. Henderson made a couple of good saves in the goal. But for Villa to start with a point and potentially lose this guy in goal, I'm like you, I don't see mid-table.
Do you know what I reckon here? And Villa fans will absolutely detest this, but this PSR, this whole PSR thing has limited clubs like Villa and Newcastle so badly that, and it's ring-fenced this kind of historic top four in terms of like their turnover and the money they make, that genuinely wouldn't surprise me if Emi goes to United and Unai Emery follows him a few months later.
Do you know they've got to blame for all of this, Aston Villa? VAR. Do you know why?
End of last season,
Final
mate.
game of the season, yeah? If that goal stands when he puts it in the back of the net, yeah? And Villa win that game, Champions League football, 100 million quid extra for them,
exactly.
all right?
And
it's
they're
a
not
completely different game, different PSI, different everything.
But could you see Emery going, like him, a manager of that level, working under those restrictions?
Yeah, you can't, and I feel for him because he's a fantastic. Everybody knows he is, but when you can't sign players, when you're struggling, it's hard work. I seen they've been linked with Paquetá, I think yesterday, weren't they? Whether that was going to go through or not, but I think it's a fantastic signing. But they need more than that. They can't start. They need a goalkeeper as well.
No, but look, you know what he said? Marco Bizot.
Marco Bizot. Even that before the game, like you can see the stress just running through his body.
Well, I feel for Villa. I feel for Villa fans because they've got to it feels like they've gone to some kind of ceiling, which
for sure.
they're not able to break through no fault of their own.
That's what I mean. They should be able
and
to.
I know people go, oh yeah, they spend 95% of turnover on wages. Yeah, I get that. But football's been the Wild West, and Man City are the team or club or organisation they are today because they were able to throw money around like confetti.
Massive leg up.
Yeah, so how are other teams going to get to that stage?
Well, Villa fans now, I mean, it's already looking like a long slog this season, isn't it?
And it's a shame. It is a shame because they've been progressive.
September today, yeah.
Emi Martinez is a massive signing for Man United because they need this proper goalie. They need this bona fide, reliable, world-class aura goalkeeper, and that's exactly what Emi Martinez is.
A phenomenal signing, and look, I think Amarin's still really struggling, and it's not been disrespectful to Burnley. United first half were actually very good.
Oh, they battered them. They should. Honestly,
it could have been a cricket score.
It could have been a cricket. It could have been 7, 8 easily. I'm not even joking. It could have been, but it wasn't because they're not clinical enough. They're not ruthless enough.
And you fall back onto why that guy's going to go to Man United because the goalkeeper again. Is poor on the second goal. Yeah,
exactly that.
90. They still relied on a 90. What was it? 97th minute or something.
So and 10 minutes to sort it.
10 minutes to sort it. The pull originated outside the box, and then carried into the box. So Diallo gets the penalty. Is that how we're working it now?
I just felt like, from Burnley's perspective, it's so stupid because he's got the fullback inside him. Yeah, it's not as though. If he actually lets him go, he's in. Yeah. He's not in. Yeah. The fullback's there. Cover, so, the action starts outside, but as soon as he realises fullback's inside him, just let go of it.
Because if Diallo doesn't go down, it's not a penalty.
Yeah.
But he's going to go down, and
Mate,
quite rightly
the whole
so.
point of it is, right, that it started outside the box.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're going by the letter of the law, it started by outside of the box, and that's the way that it should have been judged, right? Everything that happens afterwards is just if, buts and maybes. It's all crazy because whatever the Burnley player did was criminal. He should never have done it. I said to my son, I was like, what are you doing, mate? It's the 97th minute of the game.
And it's not even a killer action. You're not in on goal.
Yeah, if he's through on goal, I understand it. He's not. He's running across the 18-yard box. Like, you don't just leave it. Yeah. The way that he falls, like, it's so over the top. It's ridiculous. But that's where we are nowadays, isn't it? That's where we are. I knew it, though. As soon as it happened...
Well, it's going to a penalty.
I knew it would be a penalty.
We got overexcited with, I think, at the start of the season, our predictions for United, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. Mate, I put Cunha as captain in FPL this week.
And me?
I put Cunha as captain.
Yeah.
Gets
2 points.
After
27 minutes.
27 minutes. Done ski.
What about... No, you had Fernandes as captain.
I got 2 teams, haven't I?
That's why he's going to win, isn't he? Doubled up, hasn't he? Doubled up.
Yeah, I like to,
Only one in our organisation with 2 teams.
Hedge my bets, all right? I put my 220 quids in, I'm allowed to, all right?
I think you paid from last year.
I think FPL rules state you're not allowed to have more than 1 team, by the way, so just keep it quiet. Don't let nobody let them know, all right?
Cut that bit, cut that bit,
yeah.
What about United then? Do they need... is it that obvious that they need a midfielder?
They need a
midfielder.
They need a new striker.
Like they play those 2 at the back, those 2, anchoring in midfield. Is it... Because obviously once the media get hold of a narrative, but is it that simple that they're playing 2 there, they're getting over and there, and Casemiro's not got the legs?
Yeah,
is it that
they
simple?
Ain't got the legs, basically. It's as simple as that. You look at the big teams now, midfield legs. You look at your Liverpools and even Brighton. Just legs for fun. Energy.
Like Belieber in that team.
Mate, energy, enthusiasm. But he's surrounded by them as well, though. It's not just him. He's surrounded by them in that Brighton team.
But you talk about good managers as well. Happy to put 4 subs on Brighton at that point.
Yeah.
And honestly, game changers, fantastic footballers. Energy, legs, and...
Did Marmoush mean that pass?
No chance.
For Haaland?
No chance. No chance.
I don't think he did either.
I don't think he did. And Haaland would just sharp one in, snapping it
That's
up.
what he does, though, mate.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see the end of the Forest game when Bowen had an unbelievable run?
Yeah.
And like Wilson just got in his way when he was he was like spewing with him.
I'll
The
take
3-0 up, but he wanted... It'd have been some goal if he'd have got it. But,
Jimmy Milner, 39 years old.
Fair dues, mate. He's going to take Gazbaz's record as well. I hope he does.
Great penalty.
He's going to.
He made his debut for Leeds at, 16?
Yeah.
I saw a thing on the internet the other day. He's playing with the sons of players he played with when he first came through.
Oh, it's incredible.
So
but he's like
it's ridiculous.
His lifestyle, though, he's
What
not.
a player.
He's not like, obviously, he's not drank as much in his lifestyle as what I do normally on a weekend. That's how professional he is.
Mate, I reckon you drank more on Sunday than he's ever drank.
Ever
In fairness, he drank more at the weekend than me and you have ever drank.
That's just lifestyle, and he looks in phenomenal shape, doesn't he? But
should we touch on some of the other games quickly? Can we start with Tottenham? Because Bournemouth, my gosh.
Well,
honestly, mate, how do you do this, right? How do you lose so many players, right? So many big starting players, and then still have a better team than what you had last year?
it's incredible.
How is it possible?
But, he's the one who seems to go under the radar a little bit, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he? I don't know how they do it.
Phenomenal. And, I'm very complimentary of Frank, and we talk about game plans and plans. Iriola obviously just does it a little bit more under the radar.
Battered Tottenham.
Battered them.
I mean, battered. It could have been 7.
It would have been a travesty if they'd have got an equaliser.
Vicario has made 4 or 5 unreal saves. He's made one save. I don't know if you saw
when he came out?
No, he makes one save. That one is incredible. The spread, how quick he is off his line is phenomenal, by the way. He's all up in his grill before he even knew it, right? But the one save down to his left, the ball comes over to Semenyo. Semenyo takes it really early. Yeah. Vicario hasn't even set. He's still moving across his goal. He's moving to the right, and he still manages to get down to his left. And I mean, go gadget arm down to the left as well. Rapid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What a save.
I think he meant it, Iriola, after the game when he said...
Ariola.
Yeah.
They were so good, he felt like they weren't going to win the game because they'd missed and the goalie had made so many saves. He said it doesn't happen when you come to the big team that you're so good that you get away with only a 1-0.
Mateus Tal nearly scored with one of the last kicks of the game as well. Then if you see it, it would have been an unreal goal as well. First time volley just went wide of the far post. But mate, they're a serious threat. I'll put them with a Brighton where they could beat anybody on that day. Genuinely.
Maybe the depth is the question. But then last season we were talking about Newcastle got 1 million injured, they've got 1 million, and then Bournemouth went up to Newcastle and absolutely popped them with 11 fit players or something. So
the philosophy is really good, isn't it?
Premier League's tough, lads. Honestly, it is. Premier League is now, the level is so high. Even now, when you start filter down out of that top 4, 5, 6, 7, you're looking at teams that are 8th, 9th, 10th position traditionally are a problem, really aren't they?
And massively. And what do you think, What about now you can get Areolas off your mind? City. So is it still transition? Because I think, again, like United, we saw all the business they did in the summer and the form at the end of last season. Everyone's going, they're going to be right at the sharp end. But it's inconsistent again.
Inconsistent. And I think they've got to the point where they're relying too much on Haaland having a good day. Because obviously he had 4 or 5 chances in that game. And I think he would have probably expected to get 2 or 3 out of that. But if he doesn't quite hit the straps, then I think it's open for everybody else. And Brighton deserved to win that game. I thought Haaland did have the chances certainly early on, but Trafford made some excellent saves in that game. And I think teams fancy playing against it.
I think the narrative has changed completely against Man City now, where instead of just sitting there waiting for them to eventually pick you open, teams are going, no, do you know what, if we get up in them, it worries them and we can score goals now. And that's what teams are doing now. Teams are showing them no respect anymore.
Well, that winner was... It just all happened so quickly, didn't it? Stones gave the ball away. Ait Nouri's very wide. Put pass straight down the middle.
It just comes from Brighton, though, committing players forward still at this late stage of the game. A lot of teams sit in and go, let's just take the draw. But no, that mentality to still go for it and commit the players as well. City are doing it, so Brighton have gone, right, if you're going to do it, we're doing it as well. And that, from a young manager, Glasner, to make his team do that, by the way, that's incredible.
They were fully deserving of the win. And I think, for me, Brighton, like Bournemouth, epitomised the level of the league. And I know we'll touch on some of the other games, but like for a team like Sunderland then to win 2 home games, even Leeds, like 2 clean sheets on 4 points, it's giving them a platform now to try and stay in the league.
They look solid, don't they? Leeds look solid, look like they're hard to beat.
Certainly at home.
Solid and hard to beat. Sunderland look like they can score goals and they're willing to give it a go. Again, being aggressive.
You're spewing if you're Brentford though, mate, aren't you?
That penalty.
Yeah, Sharda's penalty.
Awful.
Absolute nightmare.
He's tried to be so clever, hasn't he?
Yeah, just put it... But I said to you when we came in this morning and we were like working through a running order type stuff, why did Thiago not take it? He scored at Forest, first day of the season, he's on the field. And he didn't take the penalty. Really bizarre in terms of they're supposed to be the set-piece kings of Brentford, really work on it, that he's not your penalty taker. Don't understand it. And then we spoke, Kelleher in goal, big move from Liverpool. He's got a full season now, show you number 1. Massive moment, last kick of the... last header of the game.
Save it.
He's got to save it a million times.
He'll be absolutely fuming.
But why is he fumbling with... just wait... You know you've got it, and just go.
Was he wicket keeping?
A little bit of wicket keeping under there, and
between the two, mate. Honestly,
but he's got to save it, hasn't he?
But these are the moments that you're relying on. Big moments. It's all big moments. The penalty, it's a big moment. That last kick of the game, big moment, and you need your big players to step up in these big moments.
That was Andrews will be. He'll be pissed off after that one, won't he?
Oh yeah, because that's. You're uncontrollable, isn't it? You expect to score the penalty, and ultimately you expect your goalie to stop.
Old Moyes sprinkling his magic again.
Everton. Well, I think we predicted them at the beginning of the season, didn't we, to have a good season. Some of the signings they're making. Dewsbury Hall looks $1 million. His goal was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Took it early doors. As I said, I didn't even know what day it was. What a finish, though, by the way. When you were in the crossbar and it's right in that corner, you went saving it.
But Grealish's pass, ball running away from him on his right foot,
back on,
flipped it up above him.
Lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought Grealish is, like we said last week, but I mean, he's playing with a smile on his face.
He just needs to be loved, doesn't he?
He's involved in everything for them.
And he's got to be, everything's got to run through him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same like Keenan Dewsbury Hall. If he's playing every single week, they've got Njai up there. Beto, obviously, had a good second half to the last season.
Dublin as well, right? From Southampton. If you're an Everton fan, though, I think it's really exciting a minute, because I think the narrative has changed massively, where there used to be these big old kind of lumps and it was British players, but now you've got all these exciting midfield players, and I think the likes of Grealish and your Dewsbury Halls and your Dibbling and your Njai, I think they all buzz off the fact they've got like-minded players alongside them, and they can go one touch, two touch, one touch, two.
Yeah.
But they're all winners as well. They all want to drive and get forward.
You know that Moyes isn't going to overcoach them.
No, exactly.
He'll put the right players on the pitch and let them play football.
Get big defence sorted. Get that big old centre-back sorted. Proper goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, right? You guys give it to the good ones. Let them go and score goals. It's not hard.
Do you reckon Jack Grealish is going to... I think he's going to have early signs say he's going to have a hell of a season.
Just stay fit. I just want him to stay fit. I want all them boys to stay fit.
If he stays fit and healthy, Everton will have a good year this year. The front line, with him being able to be the caveat on that, I think they're exceptional. I'm hopefully going to the game in 2 weeks' time, Everton Villa, because I want to go to the new stadium. But that's a tough game. It'll be a tough game for Villa at Everton, and I'd expect Everton, as we are now.
That new stadium, with the way they've started the season as well, nobody wants to go there. I promise you, nobody wants to go there. If you're Liverpool, Man City, nobody wants to go there.
Because I saw at the weekend Phil Foden wasn't in the squad because he wasn't up to fitness.
Yeah.
Which is, after 3 games, is a little bit of a worry. And I know Phil Foden ain't going anywhere, but surely Phil Foden must be looking at Jack Grealish thinking, he's going there, he's going to play every week, and he's going to be allowed to fulfil his potential. Like, with Foden, is he allowed to fulfil his potential?
I feel like he's just a bit lost at the minute. And I feel like he's been a bit lost for about a year and a half, where I think he's probably mentally absolutely fucked. Yeah, absolutely shattered. Like, it's just taken over his body, and I don't think anything is working in sync as the way it was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I just don't think it's working the way it is. I think it's almost like he needs... I'd want to give him like a couple months off and just go, mate, just forget about everything for a couple months, yeah? Get yourself fit as a fiddle again, come back refreshed, renewed, re-energised, and then show everybody.
I think mentally there's been some
I get that
struggles
That's
from
what
what
I get
you
that
read.
feeling, because he's a world-class player. He is. Yeah. He's a world-class player, and that world-class player should be playing week in, week out, dominating.
But they need to play, don't they? But he's come back from the Euros last summer.
Yeah.
Into
never
the
had
season,
a chance to have a break.
Never had a chance for a break. And then they go and play in the Club World Cup as well. He just needs some time to refresh. And then you think there's a World Cup coming up as well. Where's he going to get the feel back for it? Because he's best, like all footballers, when you're just playing. And the top lads play weekend, midweek,
he hasn't had a rest for years. Like, you had the Euros, you had the Club World Cup this summer, Man City are at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he probably got 10 days off in the summer.
There's a lot of pressure as well, isn't there? This is why I think a lot of the lads now, I think more so than in the past, have been going into Europe to play football. I think probably as much as anything else, it
just takes
the pressure off. Yeah, a little bit.
It's coming to the game, and the mentality and the physicality of what each game is for them. And we need to look after them better, for the clubs, for sure, but for the international players, if we want to do well in the World Cup, it's a real fear for us that it's Euros, Club World Cup for a lot of them, and then a World Cup. Where's the rest come?
Final talking point before we go on to the quiz, which I'm looking forward to today. Jamie?
Going to be a good boy, Ben?
Again, I've set my stall out. I am a new man. All right, I'm a new man.
Don't go soft.
He's got the fire in his belly anyway.
I have. You'll see today. All right. There was a massive coupon buster yesterday. FPL was a stinker this week for me. I took out Erling Haaland, put in Chris Wood, Ola Aina, miles off it I was. Everybody's thinking Forest are going to absolutely pummel West Ham.
Yeah.
3-0.
Fair play.
3-0 to West Ham. Huge win, wasn't it?
Massive. Takes a lot of pressure off Potter. Obviously, one game doesn't make a season, but they couldn't afford to lose that game. And actually, Sells in the goal made a few saves.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Good saves.
West Ham looked the real deal. But it was interesting to see, like, when Wilson comes on, maybe what Newcastle have lost it.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked sharp when he came on. I know we know about all the injury problems.
Should they have let him go?
Honestly, I probably don't think so. But I saw yesterday.
That's the thing. Do you know what? I understand it, and then also I see the other side of it as well. But I think when you've had that many injuries at a certain club, sometimes he wants a fresh break as well.
That's true.
Because he's like, maybe it's just not working at this club for me. If you can go to another club and they can give you a bit more love, a bit more. No, you ain't got to train today. Yeah, take it easy. Listen to your body, right? As long as you're fit for Friday training, then Saturday to be sharp, and you can keep your level sharp as well. Sometimes that works. You know, it does.
Yeah, that's a fair point. One player which we need to talk about, who you said he ain't going to go to Newcastle because he's set up in Leicester. He's a good Leicester boy,
mate.
Jamie Vardy.
Where has this come from?
Has watched the football fill in right 6 weeks ago, and he's gone. Nah, fuck you, Fozzie. I'm going to Italy.
What's on it? Cremonense, is it?
Yeah.
Where on earth has this come from?
He obviously
Fair play.
thinks there's a good Red Bull factory
Is
close
it
by,
on
doesn't
the
he?
coast or something? Can you have a quick look on the
Yeah,
map?
where is it?
Where is
it?
this football club? It has to be.
It's got to be on the heel somewhere,
Mate,
on it.
it has to be in like. It has to be in like the Italian like Riviera or something. Guaranteed, it has to be because there's no
Cremonese.
Is it Cremonese?
Cremonese.
No, I think you've got the wrong place up there, Jay. I think. Is it? Is that where it is?
Oh my God, it's
Cremona.
nowhere near the coast, the lakes.
Oh, it's not far from Milan,
Ah,
relatively speaking.
Well, yeah, but I bet it is.
Oh, actually, no, it is.
It's like middle of nowhere.
That's probably what he wants.
Mate,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't get it.
Fair play. But I think he's got a year with an option for another.
I'm sure it's beautiful, right? I'm sure it is. But it's in the middle of Italy, like slap bang in the middle of
Yeah,
Italy.
amazing.
It was a random one. This was a random turn up for the Bucks.
Can you imagine Jamie Vardy in this beautiful little Italian village and he's gone like full Onslow,
Reebok Classics.
Reebok Classics, vest on, full Wesley Redding mode. Yeah, I love it. Espressos, Red Bull, port, boom.
We always talk about, do you remember that picture when Wayne Rooney was a kid, him and Colleen on holiday, walking down Torremolinos seafront, and he's got a massive Chupa Chups lolly? It's a classic. That's going to be Jamie Vardy and Becky in Cremonese. Right, Jamie, come on, stop messing around. Football filling. Quiz. That one.
Right, everyone, welcome back to the football filling quiz. Does anybody want to play their chips before we start?
Nope.
No? No? Well, Tom, you don't have a chip, so you're fine.
We can play the extra time question as the quiz goes on, though.
You can, yeah.
You might need them today, Tom.
Question 1. Who was the first Italian manager to win the Premier League Manager of the Season?
Ancelotti.
No. Who was the first Italian manager to win
Claudio
Premier League
Ranieri.
Manager of the Season? Claudio Ranieri is the correct answer.
His old manager.
For Watford?
No, it was
Definitely.
He didn't get a corner when he was managing Watford, mate. Come on.
Question 2. Who was the only Algerian to play in the Premier League last season? Who was the only Algerian to play in the Premier League last season?
Good question, that.
People at home will be screaming.
They are every week, mate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ain't Nori, he's Moroccan.
Hey, Nori's the correct answer.
I thought he was Moroccan.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hey,
Oh
Nori's
my
the correct
God.
answer. Well done.
How does that happen?
Last second. Wow.
Oh, man.
I thought I could have sworn he was Moroccan. Algerian.
Yeah,
Wow.
I hope you're right on that.
Phew.
I hope you're right on that question, Jamie.
he is Algerian, don't worry.
Yeah.
Question 3. What was the first English club Neil Maupay signed for?
Brentford.
Brentford is the correct answer, Tom.
Very good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Scores and doors, 2-1-0. 2 to Tom, 1 to Ben.
The quiz is 2-0, mate.
Yeah. Question 4. Bobby Zamora finished his Premier League career at what club?
Yeah.
QPR. It's the correct answer. He's on fire today, guys.
I think at some point, we might just have to hold our hands up.
Yeah.
We might just have to hold our hands up.
How many chips are we allowed a season?
You guys can
wouldn't
get
have-
more now.
I wouldn't have known that, but we're doing a podcast with Ned and Manua this afternoon. And
So
I
you'd
looked at-
research,
and I looked
yeah.
at the squad list.
Are you on a shared note thing with him or something?
No, he can have access to it, so if he
Telepathic,
does, he
isn't it?
might.
It's telepathic.
Well, if he can have access to
I
it,
don't
then
go
there's
on
a backdoor
I
entry.
use
in
Google
it.
But I've got trust in Tom that he doesn't cheat and he doesn't do
Well,
it.
I don't.
Oh,
I
You
do.
don't.
I have trust.
Mate, can you start writing these down on paper, please?
Yeah.
yeah, old school.
Like the old cards.
Oh my gosh!
need a
now
lot of
I
Hey,
know
the
why
cards
he's so
actually
good.
were better.
We've got the actual cards.
The actual cards were better because then there were no skullduggery.
Mate,
Great
you
question
didn't
so
even
far.
say Bobby Zamora in that question. Then you said which team did, and he went QPR.
No, he,
Oh, last week, you know when you said which was they were at that club?
yeah.
It
The
was
one that I picked him up.
Douglas
by.
Louise,
Yeah, the one
and he
that I
went,
picked him up
I
by.
did say that.
Yeah, the one that
I did actually. I did
Someone
actually.
texted me and went, he lied to you.
I know he did, yeah, because he's backing himself. I knew he didn't
I
say
said
that.
I said
right?
it 3 times. I said it on the 3rd time.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Anyway.
Adam Cannon,
Question
That wasn't a
5.
bite, by the way. That wasn't aggressive.
I know. I'm just eyeing you.
he's on the ball.
Question 5. 3-1-0. Jack Wilshere played in England and what other country?
Turkey.
Italy.
No.
Ooh.
Jack Wilshere played in England
down
and
east.
what other country?
Denmark.
I knew it's Denmark. I knew it's
Denmark.
I knew
Denmark's the
it's
correct
Denmark.
answer. That's incredible.
That's why I
Tom.
wanted you to count it down.
I can't count down straight away.
He got it straight away.
Yeah.
You could see it in his
Do you know
eyes.
who helped him get the move there?
Who helped me get the move?
Roy Hodgson.
Yes,
There you
he
go.
did indeed. Yeah.
Question 6. What nationality is Fulham striker Rodrigo Muniz from?
Colombia.
No. What nationality is Fulham striker Rodrigo Muniz from?
Mexico.
No.
I was going to say Colombia, so I'm going to say Paraguay.
No. All back in.
Ecuador.
No. What nationality is Fulham striker Rodrigo Muniz from?
Venezuela.
No.
Peruvian.
The answer is Brazil. You've gone everywhere pretty much in South America, apart from
Mate,
Brazil.
he'll get in that Brazil team, him. He's unreal,
Very
him.
good player.
I love him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Question 7. Who was the captain of the 2012 Great Britain Olympic squad?
Ryan Giggs.
Ryan Giggs is the correct answer.
Well done.
Well done, Ben.
I was going to say Jack Butland for that. But then
Micah
I re-
Richards, Craig Dawson.
They had a good
Daniel
team.
Sturridge.
Yeah.
Yep. Most goals, Daniel Sturridge.
Craig Bellamy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bellamy.
Scores
4-2
4-2-0. Question 8. Gareth Southgate started his playing career for what
Crystal Palace.
club?
That's a bad question.
How's that a bad
That's a
question?
really bad question.
He's in quick, isn't he?
That's a bad question. You know that. Yeah, that's
I love it. Have you seen that tackle when
really bad
Roy
question.
Keane stamps on him for Palace?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
class.
What an action.
You're laughing because you understand how bad of a question that is, aren't you? Yeah, thank you.
So this
is
is
this
question
captain?
9.
Question 9.
Who was his captain?
He's already on what, 5?
5-2.
Jeff Thomas.
But Chip could get played if he gets them next 2.
Oh, but like,
Never know.
I need to get an answer.
Question.
South down with that one, Jamie.
You're like toeing the line here. You're very close.
Why is it such a... You know you can answer it as well, though.
Yeah, but again, I'm still.
Yeah.
You forgot that bit.
I'm still.
But that's why I like going back
you're
to
like,
the
it
quiz
can't be that
when
easy.
we can all
I
write the answer
genuinely-
down,
I
because
have
this is
that
just
much
sharp as
faith.
finger
No,
first. We know
no.
a few of these answers, don't we?
Yeah, but
You're just not sharp
sharp
enough
as
for the
finger,
morning.
yeah.
We're dull on a Monday morning. Come on.
Why don't you get another coffee down your water?
I know, I needed another one.
I think it might be the 17 pints of Guinness on a Sunday, though, Jay.
Yeah, it might be, yeah. Maybe have 16
I
next
reckon if
time.
Otto didn't do the Sunday sesh, I reckon it'd be like 10-0.
Yeah.
Never.
It-
He's
it
the
would-
worst quiz player.
Oh,
in the
hold on
world.
a minute. Don't deflect from your own failings here, mate. Don't deflect from your own failings. Because you ain't been much better, to be perfectly honest.
I just like to go.
5-2-0.
5 to Tom, 2 to Ben.
You've
0
got to get the
Otto.
next 2 and play a chip to get fuck you as well.
Right, guys, calm down, all right? Just calm down. Question 9. Who is Burnley's all-time Premier League goal scorer?
Robbie Blake.
No.
Ashley Barnes.
No. Ashley Barnes is second. Who is Burnley's all-time
Chris Wood.
highest Premier League goal scorer? Chris Wood is the correct answer,
Ruined
Otto.
the quiz now. Well done.
Bollocks, pal. I can catch up with you. Come on.
You watch your players chip just to beat you.
Yeah, I should play a chip, shouldn't I?
Question 10. Final question. Sorry, Chris Wood got 49 goals, by the way, for Burnley. Ashley Barnes, 42. Question 10. Final question of the quiz. Robert Huth has won the Premier League with Leicester.
Leicester. Oh,
Don't
shit.
say Chelsea. It can't be Chelsea. If it's Chelsea, it's a pathetic question. If it's Chelsea, I'm gone.
Hey, and
I'm taking it off. It's Chelsea. I'm gone.
actually, at that game on Friday night as well, Robert Huth were up on stage.
Right, that's the football fill-in. See you
Billy
next
Quiz.
week.
See you guys.
See you later.
Another win for... It were obviously Chelsea.
It was Chelsea.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly.